Oh, coming!
I got this, don't worry, Finley.
Hey, Charlie. Wow, you're early for... I think this is the first time ever, actually.
Well, it's a special occasion. End of one adventure, beginning of another. Are you two all set for tomorrow?
Don't get me started. That one has been driving me crazy all day.
This is probably why the tradition of not seeing the person you're supposed to be marrying the day before is a tradition.
I'm pretty sure that's just you as a person, Dana.
Talk like that is a good path to a cleric in a bind.
Well, let me just finish tidying up and get my sheets.
Speaking of sheets, did you remember yours this time?
What do you take me for? In all the years that we've been playing, I've only forgotten it a handful of times.
9 times in 4 months.
Keeping track.
Damn, I owe Finn a $5.
And taking bets?
No, of course not. More of a pool situation.
Well, anyway, look.
Are you sure you don't want me to print you a fresh one?
Oh, it's the last game. What's the point? I mean, that sheet's been with me since game 1 anyway.
Years later, I still can't believe you mark it in pen.
Here, what can I say? I like to live dangerously. Always a place at the table, right?
Yeah. If it wasn't there, I know it would throw us all off. Besides, that's why we're here, isn't it? All of us, all the way, all that.
Of course. Yeah. Do you remember that time we were playing Curse's Strahd and Eric kept pushing this idea that Strahd was just this misunderstood guy, so Bailey kept trying to talk to him and befriend him?
Yeah, that nat 20 on persuading Strahd to change his ways and give friendship a chance.
You genuinely looked like you were gonna wet yourself.
You know, you can prepare for all sorts of stuff in the game and make notes out the yin-yang. And even when it's a pre-prepared campaign, you don't expect everything to go so off book.
Well, I'm sure Gygax and Arneson would be proud that their work inspired the Great Strahd picnic incident.
Those poor mongrel folk. They never saw those werewolves coming.
Speaking of organizational disaster zones, where's our resident rogue? Robin usually gets here well before me.
Well...
Robin's been walking a little slower these past few months. He even got written up at the office for showing up late so many times.
I get it. I wanted to shoot a message their way, but it was hard to find the words, you know? Speak of the tiefling.
I'll get it. Coming!
This is going to be so odd, isn't it? Yeah, but Bailey wants to finish it this way.
Oh, of course. It just won't be the same.
Charlie picked you to the post there, buddy.
Whoa, it's the first time for everything, I suppose. Finley, Charlie, you guys all set for the big day tomorrow? Did I check this up any?
Yeah, they did. But there's just one last thing we need to take care of. The before party.
And your standard pre-marriage shindig. You don't have any crass prizes planned for later, do you?
Yeah, Robin, in about 2 hours, elf strippers are going to kick down the door of wherever our party end up, and I'm going to be doing performance roles for the lot of them. In fairness, that would be very funny.
It's a fair question. I know your original plan for the befores was wrong.
It was nothing.
Now, are we ready? One last ride?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Hells yeah. It's been 2 months. Set the stage, Story Smith.
Our story once more opens in the kingdom of Tinashopta, now at relative peace thanks to our 4 heroes. In the royal city of Corona, a new dawn breaks on the horizon. A new day in a kingdom concerned about the awakening of the Palace of Souls, the ancient moving temple of the goddess of death. The stage is set for our heroes to face the evil cardinal who now awaits in the palace. When last we saw him, you had claimed the first of the treasures you need to halt their machinations once and for all. Though as an archlich they had bested death, the sacred blade of the Reaper herself was forged to dispatch foul undead creatures such as them. Tucked into him, exhaling your favourite in the snoozy drink, our fighter Quinn awaits first. Next, our cleric Isil, and finally, our perpetual slugger-bed rogue Mary. You awaken to discover that one of your number, your beautiful bard Eri, is missing from their bed, leaving only a letter pinned to Quinn's nighttime cap.
Boy, what was that? What's it say? Did it leave no one, Cap? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know, like, 3 of these words.
Give it here. I know splitting the party is unsafe, but we need to hurry if we're going to get this done before that asshat. Levels half the kingdom. I'll go ahead and learn the song I need to so we can send this guy to whatever ring of the 9 hells will take him. I love you all. I'll see you at the finish line.
Yeah. So Larry's going on ahead then.
Yeah. We'll just have to catch up then.
We'll take them at their word. See them at the end. They never let us down before, they won't stop now.
So what's next?
Well, I've got my big shiny blade, son of him.
Yeah, which leaves us with...
Staff of the Radiant Light and the Wood Song Amulet, so the magic doesn't knock you on your infernal ass, Mary.
One for trying to cut down on time. Let's just skip the charm. I'm good and live.
The last thing we need is you going down in combat again, leaving us bereft of our slash and stab and me having to wake you up while fighting off a lich.
Fine.
So we gotta go get that staff then, yeah? Up to the castle.
Far more important than some fae do that. High piercy fancy pants.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder how their Royal Highness is dealing with that curse family.
Yes, curse! Walkers! I swear to life itself, have you?
Oh, untwist your clerical breeches, a seal. It was only a curse of hemorrhoids. I got off that one drow fellow. Oh, you know the one you did that who we met when we did keep from the mines?
Dolphin then?
Can I roll to see if you can die of hemorrhoids?
Give me a medicine check.
6.
Maybe. So let's go, find out if let this one kill the monarch.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. The guy wouldn't take a hint. You have to admit, a lumpy butt is a hell of a hint.
The 3 of you settle your tab at the snoozy drink for the first time ever, paying in full, and all your back pay for room, board, and compensation for years of carousing incidents.
Who said we'd be paying for all that?
The burly innkeeper Porro did when he caught you trying to sneak out without paying your tab for the 33rd stay running.
Pretty for.
It is the last game. We may as well settle all our debts. Can't take all that shiny with us.
Marty?
I agree.
Don't think Maren would, though.
Oh, it's fine. We can take it out of the party fund, and you get to keep all your shinies.
Well, Maren did cause most of the trouble over the years, so all the fun, no consequence to their purse. Sounds like a perfect arrangement.
Oh, actually, what's it like going the whole way through a campaign, paying for nothing other than your knives and such?
Rather freeing, actually.
Actually been quite fun watching you pull all those gymnastics to avoid paying for things.
It was one of their flaws. I had to make it work.
Alright. So, after settling up with a rather surprised Porro, who thanks you for finally paying for the night of 30 mimics incident of 736. The three of you head up the winding cobbled streets of the capital to the wondrous palatial castle grounds of the seat of power in Tinnershop. Beyond sculpted hedges, trees and delicate creatures employed to simply tend to the needs of the numerous plants, you pass the dryad gardener Millie, who snuck you all into the castle during the siege so you could face the garden. They greet you with an adoring smile, but don't hold you up. After all, you have somewhere important to be. You are waved into the castle by the guards. You are all heroes of the realm. No need to bar entrance. Besides, the monarch likes you all. However, you know your shenaniganry has rubbed some folks in the kingdom the wrong way over the years, even if it did save the realm. One of said folks is coming your way as you enter the court. General Titoran of the Royal Military is deep in discussion with Lieutenant General Earhart about tactical plans to halt the path of the wandering Palace of Souls and the ghoulish undead it drops wherever it stops for a time.
Direct the forward troops and the Ranger Corps to move across the mountain range. That damn place and the schools are sure to stop again before nightfall, and by the direction it's heading, we'll need to bolster the defences in place to protect the people of Gachasan. The dwarves in the north have already reported taking this as forfeit and will have to be rebuilt. Relief efforts should be redirected towards the western hamlet where the halfling villages have been without clean water since the palace awoke nearby. Once all of that is ready, we... Oh, no. What are you three doing here?
Hey, Tighty.
Titan, Earhart, hello.
That's General Titoran and Lieutenant General Earhart to you three upstarts. I care not to the degree the monarch likes you three. Titans exist for a damn good reason.
I only said hello. All right, Craig, we're just here for a quick chat with His Majesty.
Oh, have the respect not to lie to my face. You are constantly corrected and you've never taken it on board. For the sake of the goddess, what possible business could you three have with their majesty at this time? Some half-baked scheme involving a dryad go-go dance club, perhaps?
Oh, you heard about that?
How about the discovery of a map leading to a bounty of magicite in the Underdark, which turns out to be a mind flayer commune?
It was only the one Tom.
Oh, or perhaps it's another pyramid scheme. Our troops have enough problems dealing with the undead right now without you three introducing mummies into the equation. Again.
Now, in fairness, Dejuti was a slick talker and we thought we were buying a timeshare, not an Acropolis.
Look, I get it. Despite everything that you've done, you three saved the kingdom from the fires of war for revealing the former cardinal for the power-hungry slime that they are. And I understand that you yourself sacrificed much in order to make that happen. But their majesty has the eternal palace of souls to deal with at this time. Not to mention some bizarre issue they are having regarding their posterity.
What? Nothing.
Nothing. Look, Tighty. I'm allowed to call you Tighty, right? Yes, of course I am. Look, we both know the monarch's not the one dealing with all this Palace of Souls guff. They barely have two brain cells to rub together to feed themselves, let alone make tactical plans. But we need to talk to them so we can put a stop to the palace in its tracks.
Yeah, before those ghouls and ghosties and aberrations come pouring out, innit?
That exactly.
Oh, look, now, you listen here.
Earballs deceive. Is that the lilting song of my very own sweet Eefling?
Yes, your Royal Highness, your three heroes have come to seek an audience with you.
Oh, excellent!
Go, have your chat with the monarch, but know this, I am always watching.
You're watching when the monarch got this.
What was that, Tiefling?
Nothing, you know how Baron gets.
Ah, my sweet firebrand. Thou art a sight for sore thighs. Yuck! Pox on this pox! Mock not the royal hemorrhoids. Vexed me for weeks they have.
My apologies, Your Majesty. I must say your clock is quite fetching.
Oh, yes. Had not left it mine royal bosom since it were gifted by that sweet devil that still stands by your side. Still that grants my soul relief in such tempestuous circumstances of the royal posterior.
My liege, do you think perhaps it might be best if you...
Do not assume it to know what is best. Lowly cleric.
Well, I tried.
Your Majesty, we have need of your staff.
My staff? Oh, my staff? Ah, that means my scepter.
We need it to save your entire kingdom.
To save my very kingdom, thou sayest. Well, there is one thing that will part my royal dainty digits from the royal scepter for a week or two. A kiss of those enamored lips.
Oh.
Ow.
So you want to try to snog on my teeth, big friend?
Didn't I stuttered, Claire?
He's mean and sassy.
Don't you remember, sweet mother? Once my life's quest is at an end, then we can discuss our... Then we can discuss our future together.
Oh, bothers! Once becomes used to instant gratification whilst being a monarch. When my list of quests is complete, I shall have the staff for a day or two. It's the first sucks.
I don't think we've any choice. We don't have to steal it.
Like when we stole that holy fella's papers to prove there was an accident.
Exactly like that. We're going to need to arrange for a group of experts in various fields to assist us in getting our hands on the staff. First, we need a tabaxi, not just any tabaxi. Diamond gloves.
Huh?
Excellent.
Where are you going?
I need something for my bag of hope. We have to leave them at the gate.
Hurry back, will you? Now, we'll arrange for a glorious gala in the King's honor. Something big and flashy.
Like what we went to at that high elves, yeah?
Exactly like that. We'll send the sending spell to Marina, the best party guy this side of it. They're always down for eyes. Now, at the gala, while the monarch is distracted, we'll have Looney pick the locks to the monarch's vault once Diamond Claws gets us in. We'll send for Leona too, who cracked a forgery of the staff. While the monarch is distracted, Evan makes the switch while... What in the night hells is Mary doing?
Okay, I'm gonna have to make you do a check. What are you doing?
You remember the tale of Narcissus?
Oh, I like it. Roll me, deception.
Well, who is this magnificent beast that stands before you? Hello! Ah, dashing good looks, fine hair. Greatest chin I've ever seen. Oh, yes.
Easy.
Where'd you get that mirror then?
Oh, from the Cardinal study during that old siege thing.
Why does that one look so familiar? Wait a minute. That doppelganger that pretended to be the monarch to get the free food and stuff at Galdis.
And they were too lazy to get it to make a decent staff to complete the look. That's the one. Finally had a use for the damn thing.
Well played, man. That was bloody cheaper.
A mirror? A mirror? You know what? That'll make things a little easier around here. Just get out of here and bring that damnable staff back we've dealt with that cursed lich.
Yes,
You know I won't promise that, tighty.
Our kingdom faces ruin. Its leader is more bird-brained than an Aarakocra, and our fate lies in the hands of the jesters. We are doomed.
Was a pretty boy.
You know you love me.
I know.
Oh, actually, before we continue on, is there any chance we could stop by Frankie's? I don't know about you two, but I'm running dangerously low on supplies.
Yeah, I'm pretty short on everything. Knives, drum knives, poisons, rations.
It's not like you to let yourself run low on any of that. Even when we're paying, you usually keep a big supply of the everyday goods in your bag of holding.
Yeah. Wasn't been paying much attention the last couple of sessions.
Hey, don't sweat it. We all overlook stuff.
You guys have time to get some supplies. The path out of the city leads past Frankie's Emporium of Wonders, so you have a chance to drop in. Water.
No establishing field?
Come on, buddy.
didn't prepare anything. All right. Once more, you step into the oaken wood and polished copper glory that is Frankie's Emporium of Wonders. The smoky smell of potion brewing and tincture mixing fills the air. Magic of all manner has seeped into the wood of this store for generations. And its latest keeper, its latest genius, Frankie, sits behind the counter, mixing another of their newest wonders. Your experiences with this particular centaur have always been friendly, but today they look even more keen on their creation, not even noticing you three walk in or any of their other customers, electing instead to whisper sweetly into the flask as they blend magic and chemistry in its depths.
Thank you.
You will be my finest creation. You will make my ancestors squirm with jealousy that they lacked the genius to create something so wonderful. There you are. Wait, Frankie, hold up. Grandpappy's Rules of Artifice number 327. Never take the first sip, for you have no true idea whether the capricious magics will be their kind or venomous. Always find a tester first, Ah, Queen, my dear, welcome back. Have you need of potions, equipment, anything you need? I have you covered, friend. Speaking of which, you look thirsty. Drink this.
Oh, thanks, Frankie.
No! You remember what happened the last time? No.
Exactly.
Frankie gave you that potion they said was sour apple cider? Remember? 2 days later, you turned into a pig?
Ah, correction. They were also invisible.
Lesser invisibility, so when they woke up the next morning and fell out of bed, they were knocked out of it. And that's how we ended up with our best fighter getting chased by a horde of goblins to be part of a nutritious breakfast.
Oh, I'm the best fighter.
Yes.
Yay.
I admit, the porcine stealth potion wasn't my finest. But this is different.
We're still going to pass, Frankie.
Oh, Seal, you're no fun. Anyway, let's be happier. Peruse my wares.
Okie dokie. I need
No. If you're going to make me describe the scene, you absolutely do not get to do the shorthand version of stocking up. You have to do it in character.
Trust me, to play someone so inarticulate for so many years, stymied by a shopping list.
I need things.
Well, I have plenty of those, sweetie.
Do you have any of those really good Ely drinks?
Ah, quite a turn of the phrase, dear heart. Do you mean the superior healing potions,
Them
perchance?
the ones.
Ah, I have 4 of them for you.
Oh, cheers, Frankie.
Roll Constitution.
Really?
Yep.
Good idea.
Every time with you, Isia, my eyes are up here.
Sorry, Frankie. Did you do something with your tail?
Address not my ass, for I am no donkey. I show interest in one centaur a few sessions in, and you burn me with having to make concentration checks every time I so much as lay eyes on a fellow.
You made your choice. Choices have consequences.
That's a good answer.
I need some daggers, some hemp and rope, ration packs for a few days, and silver point poisons if you have it.
Ah, check, and a very pricey check, is that all?
And diamond if you have it.
Are you sure you're gonna need that?
Well,
That
what
was
was the original plan?
Yeah, but
We all talked
Talked
about
about
it
it 4 or 5
sessions
sessions back.
Aaron
Aaron
plays
plays
the
the
song
song,
and-
and what grade?
1,000, please. If not, I'll go higher. Yeah, just let me buy it, please.
It's alright, Bard. I'll get that for you.
Thank you, Quinn.
Alright, altogether that is going to be quite pricey. 2k for the potions, 1k for the diamond. Silver point is 25k a vial. But look, you've all been excellent customers over the years. I'll let it all go for the price of the potion.
Let's keep going. Bring it down about 20% to seal.
Alright, so you are, okay.
Are you okay? Wallace?
Don't worry about
Look, if you don't want to, we can just.
Look, we can just talk. We need to get this done.
Onwards to the monastery, where last you heard tell a protective charm for one of infernal descent is held safe. The 3 of you leave the royal city. Some of you wonder if it will be the last time you lay eyes upon their cobbles and familiar faces, their winding streets and the smell of Porro's cooking, wafting all the way from the market square to the griffin stables.
It's the trash griffins I'll miss the most.
You wade through a sea of the 4-legged pigeons you dubbed trash griffins, on your way through the streets, and for once, none of you are befouled by them.
6 years. Finally, you don't have to seek someone to use prestidigitation for the first time ever.
Beyond the castle walls, you walk the mount-worn roads for a considerable time, through a deep unicorn's forest. Thankfully, for once, Amaltheus is not around, creeping you all out by teleporting here and there and creating illusory terrains for clicks. And you are given easy passage to your destination. As you are within the grounds of a unicorn's forest, you are safe from encounter as you camp overnight beneath the oaks. But as time is of the essence, you are awake before dawn, and by the time the sun breaks over the mountain tops, you approach the monastery of the goddess of light, your former home, you see. Your home where you faced your excommunication and had to walk away from your call. Of course, you have never lost your faith despite this trial. The silhouette of the citadel is somewhat comforting after all this time. Still, you feel your feet drag just a little as you approach. However, at its gate you spot your former friend, a monk who studied amongst others on the grounds of the monastery. Argus sits meditating, barring entry to the citadel.
Hail and well met, Argus!
Ah, it's Seal. You're back. You do realize you're excommunicated, don't you?
Yes, very much aware, thank you.
Which begs another more pressing question. What in the 9 hells are you doing here? When your presence is forbidden, insulting, and as you are aware, not wanted.
Argus, I have a matter to discuss with the Monsignor. Apocalyptic.
Not happening. When your sending spells are intercepted before they've even reached the inner sanctum, you should probably take the hint.
This is bloody ridiculous. We don't have time for this nonsense.
Argus, don't! Oh boy, back on its balls.
Finally
Let him
get
go,
back
Mons.
to my childhood home, and we gotta kill my childhood best friend.
Well, you know, there's always a peaceful solution. Except for the cardinal, and the obelisk,
again?
Pirates.
Okay, so there's a peaceful solution maybe half the time.
I'll let you try to convince him, but you still gotta go in initiative order. First,
Let them go, August.
Not happening.
To see the Monsignor, I'm serious.
So am I. I take being sentinel of this gate very seriously. Laying low foolish interlopers with a simple paralytic strike is simply a perk of the job.
Seal.
There is no need for this.
Vibrating just for you, devil.
Robin, roll to contest your paralysis.
Are you so disconnected from the goddess that all you can do is swing this? What is this, some sort of shiny stick MacGuffin? Some savior of the land you are.
Damn it, August, I don't want to hurt you.
Blind. Obliviousness has always been your greatest weakness and asset, Seal.
I don't think they're talking about your god anymore.
See? Even the thing with a fist for a brain has this figured out before you.
Damn it, August, I have to go in there. I have to see the Monsignor.
Some of us still believe in the oaths we take.
August, you are my friend. Or at least you once were. August, this is bigger than you and I, bigger than our fate. If that damned cardinal isn't exercised soon, he's only going to grow in power.
Roll persuasion.
No. As I said, we believe in the oaths we take.
Robin, roll to contest your paralysis.
Great. I'm gonna die before we reach the ending. Finley, gotta cleave him.
I agree. But Quinn would want to keep his seal's friend alive. You know, in case they can reconcile.
And
Your go. What you gonna do?
seriously?
Okay, at least try to persuade them. Okay, fine.
I go ahead and use the bathroom.
Not 20!
You always did gather some amazing people.
You mean?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, August.
They miss you, you know. The Monsignor, the prize students. It's like they lost a child the day that you were taken away.
I felt much the same.
Go. Be the prodigal child.
You once more enter the citadel of the goddess of life, a place of learning where monks and clerics in service to the goddess come to master and hone their craft. Together they mingle in the halls, read peacefully and practice meditation. Around you on the dwarven carved stonework walls, thousands of books line the shelves. You see, you know that people are looking at you. Of course they are. You are not supposed to be here, but you do not sense malice or anger in their looks, only curiosity. After much walking the passages and thoroughfares, you find yourselves at the door leading to the grand sanctum library, where the Monsignor spends their days. The three of you.
Hold up. Before we hop into this emotional mess. Thanks, Dana. I was hoping to see the Monsignor and Argus again before the end. Was that the last of my threats, you know?
I couldn't let it end without you getting your reading.
Seriously? Thanks, buddy.
So the three of you enter the grand sanctum library, a hall of quiet sermon and studies. Clerics wander the stacks reading holy texts and studying magics, the tenets of their faith. It is here that you find your mentor, Isil. They stand reading a book you recognize, one you both bonded over. They were once concerned that such texts would be too old for one of your age to grasp, until you sat night after night in the sanctum and read the texts, absorbed in their meanings, and studied them until you fell asleep at the available desks. Here they stand now, reading the tome.
Your Holiness.
My child, you should not be here. And yet, has the situation become so dire that you would return and that Argus would relent the gate towards you?
Dire is a word that is perhaps too soft a term.
August let us in to use the bathroom, Your Holiness.
Well, that is quite a convincing plea, but also a dire circumstance. Arise, my child. Good to see you.
You too.
Come, for you to go against your exile, things must have taken a turn beyond the palace of the dead, rising from their slumber to once more roam.
They were woken by the former cardinal, Your Grace.
Our cardinal? The one who fell at the hand of you and your friends?
It was more stabby with a dash of poison than hands.
And that one big beat stick I found.
That was a dog win, but yes.
They have awoken as an arch-lich.
A foul creature.
Indeed, we fear this was their plan all along, you see. We're circling a diet. A lot of souls passed through the palace, and with the exit stopped it like a bottle.
Their power laid bare for the taking. That man hijacked our fate for this horrific ambition. There was once a time when I would have called him friend, brother even.
Yes, in that way we are alike.
No, my child. You went against the goddess Felina for what you thought was the only choice to goodness. You are still my child, to me and the goddess.
You can see why I broke my vows of excommunication in return.
Indeed, you seek the fey charm of protection, the wood-sawn amulet, the one you once wore upon our friend, your tiefling friend.
That's right, I don't have to do Icky when Canary plays their song. If the song to hurt the lich, it will hurt me too.
Wait. What do you mean once what?
Indeed, it is naughty business then.
What do you mean, eh?
But the artifact itself, as its title suggests, was created by the Fae, and although I've worn it for a very long time and thoroughly enjoyed having it, the royal court requests its return. And considering your dire portents, I am not surprised they seek their protective charm returned. Odds are good that Lord Oberyn and Lady Titania will move their court elsewhere. Another thing, perhaps.
Monica the Fae is doing a runner.
See, are you absolutely sure we need this damn thing every time we dealt with the Fae? Well, something bad happens.
What do you think is going to happen? It's the last game. It's not like it's setting up some great misfortune a few months down the line in another campaign. Of course I know that.
Dana isn't so predictive that whatever we do will knock on to whatever we play next, I think. But Marin doesn't know that.
The boundaries of metagaming.
Dana's game rules number 3.
Number 3. Oh, wait, you mean that list of rules Dana wrote when we were, 12? And we started playing games over at their house.
Shocked you remember the number and everything. I haven't thought of that in years.
I am not shocked. Like, at all.
Yes, the grimoire at the Citadel was pretty stark about how the Battle of the Souls would knock you on your infernal ass, Mary.
That's what we got in fully equipped.
Fine, point taken.
I am afraid that all I can do is give you the location where the Whispering Fae would reside. Thankfully it is very close, but who knows for how long with the palace out there causing havoc.
Thank you, Your Holiness.
Head due east from the campus. You will know your recluse when you feel the cold mists. The Fey wood has grown rather cold in recent days. Isil. Isil, know you have always made me proud. Transgressions and all. And although you may have strayed, I know deep in my soul the goddess has a greater plan for you yet, beyond these walls. God, I see you to success, my dear Isaac. Return to safety.
You all head from the citadel of the goddess and make your way as you are bid due east across the plains until you reach the dense woodland. As you well know, the pathway to the Fey Court can appear just about anywhere, should it be so. But you have had enough experience dealing with the Fey by now to be able to feel out their magic in the air, and you feel it here in the whispers of the bog.
Oh boy, here we go.
Take heart, you two, we're nearly there.
No. You just think it's that fake now that keeps changing.
I don't like this Fey wood, Mary, it's the whispers.
Do I, Quinn? It's nothing we can't handle.
This time feels different, though.
A big strong man like you, any spirits come along and we'll just... Yeah, no, but Quinn on this one, that was terrifying.
In the name of the goddess of life, Belina, and all her children, I seek all court without forward lord of the court of the Fey monarch. The circumstances are dire.
How nice of you to seek and not demand audience. Very amusing.
Lord Alban of the Fey, my friend, I will never make demands of you, but please, I beseech you, grant us access to your court.
We seek the charm of protection, the wood song amulet.
That which was freshly returned to us? Not on your Nelly. Sebastian, Jazz, roll out the red carpet for our guests.
Yes, Your Highness, as you wish, Your Highness.
Ah, here, Knowles.
Where did Titania never had gardeners before?
You're messing with us, aren't you? Knowles, when we're this high a level?
Roll some initiative if you think you can take them.
Since when can Knowles be trading his cards then?
I don't think we have time to question it right now, Quinn. Come on, fellas, can we talk about this, huh?
Talk time later. Playtime first.
Ah!
Don't be so dark.
Each of a quick buckle. Gale no titum. Late sheets no slay. Hold your aggressions and live.
Whoa. Diaz? Really? I didn't think you had anything to steal. Erasha the Kosamokara. Erasha the Kosamokara. Elf, your Monsignor taught you some nasty stuff.
You, where are you? Oh, Basile.
All right. Be Lennox, Emma.
You three always play so rough, you know that? You could have permanently broken Jazz or Sebastian.
That fight was very anticlimactic after the build-up.
Nose are squishy. Can't change that.
Can't argue with it either.
Since when do gnomes take orders anyway?
Yeah, they usually with the chomping and stabbing and all for themselves.
Advance of intellect, my sweet lump of muscle. Something I wager you could really use.
Why is everyone being so mean and sassy?
They're a fun little creation, aren't they? Some centaur traded them for pixie dust. The absolute sucker.
I'm surprised your parents survived you having nose in their court.
What they don't know won't hurt them.
What do you mean?
Oh, they left to go check out some plane or place to get it ready for their court. Gotta check out the real estate listings.
So, your folks are gone and your...
left in charge while they're away?
Oh, yes.
Nice things that chill in the woods.
No sunshine in spring without Mom about.
What are you folks doing a runner then?
Simple, really. This plane is doomed. And honestly, who wants to deal with all that dusting? Seriously, would you stick about in a house being consumed by termites? I think not, bucko.
Doomed is a bit harsh.
Well, not entirely doomed, just mostly doomed. Which brings us to you three. Wanting to take away one of my shinies?
Not too late for us to back out of this seal.
Yes. We have need of the quartz charm of protection.
We heard you the first time, Jazz. Sweetie, get us a water. Striking up deals is thirsty work. Alright. Quinn, Isil, Marin, my dear friends.
Oh, please, you don't treat us like friends. More like playthings, really. You're such a child.
Ah, child! I have seen an entire millennia of summers. I find your preconceptions based on my appearance to be very disturbing.
Oh, please, you don't look a day over 16.
I'm moisturized. You could look this good too if you looked after yourself. Drank some water once in a while.
Oh, now you're just being catty.
Catty because I care. So, you three need what I've got, and I need some crack, really. Being on the seat is so boring. No wonder Pops is so uptight.
We're kind of in a rush.
Yes, and we're down with one of our number. We don't have time for one of your elaborate games.
Well, that is zero fun. If a game is off the table, then there's still some good old favorite classics. Quest or contract or trade? Pick your poison, heroes.
We don't have time for a quest. We're on a side quest to the bloody main quest.
Contract or trade, then.
I've got some good berries.
Copper upon it around here, love.
We've been at this game for years. There has to be something in our packs the prince would like.
All of my treasures were plot related and they've all been used up.
Same, actually. If you have nothing tangible to trade, there's always the intangible. Some of your luck, perhaps, or your years. I mean, you are an elf, Lucille. Compared to your other mortal friends, some of your longevity being lost is no big deal, surely.
No, not that. No, figure something else out. Just not that. Amulets of the Daredevil.
Oh, please, I'm nimble enough as it is. Who needs an amulet?
How about an immovable rod?
Great for pranks, but I've got like 15 of them.
Ivory goats.
The trade of ivory is illegal and deeply amoral. But you used a Gias on my nose, so I might just be taking the evil route to the finale.
Ares Claw Liar?
No, Eri will want that back. Dancing Fortress.
Illusory quartz are far more fun.
Look, he talked about taking some luck. I mean, I'm Ardy, I can take some misfortune.
No, same as the life deal. Keeping me standing is not worth something like that. Best we just leave without it.
Oh, come on. We're so close to a deal, I can feel it. Stick around and I'll give you some of my face cream, Marin.
That's it! We're leaving now!
Wait.
Marin, we need you safe in all of this. This is going to be dangerous. Really dangerous. And if you go down, I'm going to do my best, but I'm scared. Scared of losing all of you. You two have been through so much with me, and I'm just going to keep you safe, damn it. Can I help you?
I see you've gotten some new adornments since we last chatted. I have only one question, my large friend. What are those?
There's my Crocs, Daisies.
The mismatched rubber slippers.
What do they do?
They have a 50-50 chance of defending against lightning attacks. That's what they do. Oddly useful so far.
That's what gets your attention!
Hey, if you want them, I'll trade.
They are quite unique. I will accept a trade, but in part contract. I ask of you but one thing. Simply win. You see, I was born on this plane, and I am understandably attached to it. After all,
almost certain doom, I'll accept these rocks for the wood song amulet.
Deal.
Sebastian, bring us the wood song amulet.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Oh, please, enough with the honorifics. That one may not believe it, but we're friends. So, Oreo. While my parents aren't around, back to Your Highness when they are.
Oriel.
See, was that so hard?
What's this?
Just use them here and here, and you'll find them.
Here you go.
Oh, for you.
How does it work?
It's a form of synchronous magic. It protects against the effects of music-based spells. When the offending tune begins, simply play the instrument in harmony. Connect with the wave as it washes over you, and you will remain whole. The rest, I believe, is up to you four. Do your best, my friends.
And as quickly as the court appeared around you, it falls away, leaving you three in the whispering woods alone.
I know you'll do your best, or die trying.
The wood song amulet in your hands, the components needed to diffuse the plans of the cardinal, are where they should be. The blade of the reaper in the hands of Quinn, the staff of radiant light held in the grip of Isil, and the wood song amulet on the hip of Mary, and the ballad of souls in the heart of Erin. This is it.
Can we please go get Harry now?
We have a plan. We'll meet Harry at the end as they promised.
That wasn't the original plan.
Yeah, but there. You know, new plan.
I know, but
we need to be there
to
at the
start their song, so when it's done, we can use the dime and then bring them back.
Alright.
So we go, do the plan like we all agreed. All four of us agreed. So let's go.
Stop. We can't.
Have to.
Maybe we should take a break for a little while.
No, Dana. Look, Robin, think about what you're saying right now.
Please, let's just keep going.
Maybe Dana's right.
We can't do the original plan. You know we can't.
But they don't know that. Mary doesn't do. None of them do. They don't know Bailey is gone.
I'm sorry. Robin!
Damn it.
Robin's adherence to the damn rules. Eddie always worried it would drive him crazy someday.
They weren't ready to confront us.
Yeah, but they probably thought they were. Probably didn't realize just how unprepared they really were.
Robin, please. Talk to me. Shouldn't be here. I know this is hard for all of us, but we're all here together. I know it's late. We're reaching that point of exhaustion where everything's just much harder than usual. I know this is upsetting for all of us. It is for me. I can tell you that much.
Back in college, do you remember how they were always together? Robin was always so quiet, and there was Bailey, bar in the game and in real life.
Yeah, they complimented each other so well. What was that name the class called?
Pinky and the Brain.
Suitable.
Yeah, I mean, the only retentive, super analytical type, and partnered with the goofy funster. Even with their struggle to deal with the full-blown emotional stuff, I'm sure Robin must be feeling it the most of us all.
Like losing a leg.
I'm sure we can try and talk to them and get this back on track.
If we need to stop, we can.
Yeah, I'm sure Bailey would.
It's my fault! Don't say that. We were supposed to be having dinner tonight. I happened. I made all these plans, and just like the week before that, he calls and cancels last minute. I must have been cancelling plans for weeks leading up to this.
Want to go no? Where was that? Oh. No. When they go to cancel. Just couldn't handle it. When as I was saying everything, all they could say was, I'm sorry. The last thing he ever said to them is, sorry. Sorry. They wouldn't want you grinding yourself down like this. Finn's right.
They'd be prodding the hell out of you right now, trying to bring your smile back.
But what if I was the last straw? What if they thought I hated them or be better off without them? Look, I know one thing, Robin. None of this is your fault. You know Bailey better than any of us. And even I don't. They'd be kicking you up the butt right now.
Remember when they caught that stomach flu? And they texted you every half hour at first just to make sure the session hadn't been cancelled because of them. And then after that, nothing but dumb jokes and cat gifts so you wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, and that time you went out of town on a conference.
Oh yeah!
And they set up a webcam so you could play in your hotel room.
See, there's way too much love between you two for one argument to have caused this.
Far too much.
Hey, do you remember what I said earlier about being scared of losing you all? I meant it. Not just in the game. It's been 2 months, Robin. It's been so hard to get in contact with you. And we all were so scared. I was terrified that we were going to lose you too.
I think we all were. If you hadn't turned up tonight or tomorrow, I'd have been banging on your apartment door.
Yeah, that wedding ceremony would have been on hold.
Damn straight. Some things are just more important.
It wouldn't be the same without you. All of us together.
Together. Till the end.
Like I said, if you need to stop, we can.
No. We have a lich to put down and a bard waiting on us. They deserve their end.
With the tools assembled, the three of you hurry towards the mountains, the looming silhouette of the walking palace of souls, a foreboding waypoint that can only chill your bodies. And yet together, you feel no fear in its presence, no looming worry. The trip may be one way, and you all knew this could be true, but compared to oblivion, what choice did you have? The journey took a couple of days. On the last evening you passed through the reinforcement camps from the castle that Titoran spoke of, and stopped by what passed for an entrance, to take one last break, an encampment by the now still feet of the moving palace. You know well enough by the movements these past few weeks, that by dawn it will deposit more undead creatures to attack nearby settlements, or any poor mortal that crossed their path. Your assault would have to come before then. The three of you build a small campfire and sit together, rations heated on the fire, the good stuff. The last night deserves as much.
To you, my friends, I pray this is not the last toast we raise, the last meal we share. We have faced much in our time together, shared more than dared to dream.
Like big old bros with rare rats.
Oh, and sultry vampires. Ugh. Thanks.
Oh, what about that one big mech thing that those giants had?
Oh, and that cute drow in that fort.
Yes, indeed. So to all those times, to the music that never stopped, to our friends, the Monarch, Iceland, Frankie, Oriel,
Eric.
Eric.
Very baby. So for all looks, and more yet to come, let us put an end to this, and one way or another, see the break of day.
Charlie? This is it. I know. That's why we're all gathered here today. It's so hard to believe. Finish line. In that card right now. It's finished.
You all rest just long enough to recover all your health, with a hearty meal as well as your spells, just enough to face the darkness at full strength. Ares' promise still ringing in your hearts as you pick up your things and ascend the legs of the Palace of Souls. By virtue of Isil's turn undead, you penetrate the hordes, many disintegrating to dust in your way and the glow of the staff. You pass the plinth where you obtained Quinn's holy blade. Unlike last time, its powers awaken to you and pierce the barrier, barring mortals from entering the enclave, the once holy realm of the goddess of death.
As the 11th hour tolls, the light of life does sully the majesty of the halls of death. Childish ideals in the face of mortal kind's harshest reality. You dirty the sacred ground on which you tread with your unwavering grasp of ill-advised fantasy. The fantasy that what has been set into motion could ever be undone. Sacred items or no, the stopper in the wine of mortal soul has let many gather to feed my ascension. You may step forward, but by dawn the heartbeat shall cease, and you will become one with my glory.
I remember why I hated him so much. As we said when we last struck you down.
You ceremonize way too much.
Your faith in your abilities is strong, foolish, and blind, but you weren't there 4 of you?
There still is.
No matter. My faith has given me form beyond flesh, free of the cocoon that you, as you said yourself, struck down.
Your faith is twisted. It has twisted you into what you swore your once life to purge.
Yes, yes, my child. A life dedicated to a goddess who sits silent while their devoted servants work in their name, toil and slave, so that their apparent glory may be felt throughout the world, while their enemies face nothing but the oblivion that lies in this gate you now stand before. Is that not dedication? Is that not more deserving than what we in the faith are given? No more. No more. While you will never learn this for yourself, my child, allow me to counsel you one last time as your cardinal. Faith eventually comes down to the self, and my faith will birth a new deity upon the throne. I will ascend! Oh, I will admit, purified silver is smart, child, but silver point poison holds no sway on me any longer. Old tricks will not work again. Well, at least, not on me.
Quick, did it get you? Don't worry about me, it's just a scratch.
You absolute bastard.
Me? I would lay all the blame at your feet. It is, after all, your blade cooked in your poison of choice, silver point, a poison for which there is no antidote. And as we speak is coursing through your friend's veins. They will weep, they will crumble, and it is all your fault.
It's not their fault you leave my friend alone.
Suppose we shall begin. After all, life is fleeting.
Before your eyes, the man you once knew as the cardinal falls away, and like a moth emerging from a cocoon, the spectre that would usurp the goddess of life has finally revealed itself. Roll for initiative.
Quinn, how are you holding up? Don't worry, I'm still standing.
With 3 failed rolls, the poison is taking hold.
Mask your wounds.
Impede or in! Cure it, Lynn!
Staring you down, the Cardinal casts hard, and you feel necrotic agony grip you.
Tit for tat, Queen. Your faith brings you pain, child. It can all go away. Just let go. Become one with my ascension.
At 6 failed rolls, Quinn is overcome by the silver point poison coursing through their veins. They fall to their knees, and despite fighting it with all their might, they can muster. Their heart stops.
Quinn!
Quinn! They paid for us.
Keep that bastard off me!
Reviving the dead in the home of death herself?
I do, Eric!
Does your heresy know no bounds?
What foolish attempt.
Holmes, I can hear you.
That is so. It's happening, and I'm okay. Connect to the wave as it washes over you, and you'll remain whole.
Harry's
Sorry, sit still for a second. Lagos, Agatur,
Our fault has arrived, Cardinal.
and I'm sure you realize you're now weakened. Our prayers answered, which means we get to beat you up in it.
Gutter rats and heretics all! You're merely rungs on the ladder of my ascension! Dogs of a silent and cruel goddess!
Oh, shut the hells up!
The Cardinal is weak. How would you like to do this?
Together.
You cannot. I will not. They will not. Take me!
The Cardinal now gone. You feel the magics they weaved shatter, and the souls they had held hostage in this place begin to move through the gateway to the ethereal plane as they should. Far beneath your feet, the legs of the palace buckle and fold, the palace of souls once more falling to rest. The howls of ghoulish undead abominations cry out as they are reduced to nothing but memory and dust. The ballad of souls fades away, and all that remains is the echo of Ares' hour.
Harry,
Thank you, Eric. You're just in time.
we love you, Harry. See you soon, indeed.
Once the ballad has ended, the 3 of you leave the palace, meeting up with Titoran's forces, who treat your wounds and let you rest. You, all 4 of you, have saved the land, fought a would-be god, and sent the temple of the goddess of death back to a peaceful slumber. In the years that followed, the 3 of you never parted, not truly. Quinn, once they had fully recovered, was eager to adventure, but you all settled on a holiday. Sure, that holiday ended in a battle with a kraken, But that's pretty much your brand of trip, anyway. In time, the three of you settled into various roles in the land, both as heroes and adventurers. Gwyn went on to be a big partner in business with Frankie the Centaur. While business isn't their forte,
More so beating things up, but sure, let's see where you're going with this.
a wide back is good for advertising, and who can compete with a hero's endorsement? Despite Marin and the monarch's differences, Marin's personal repulsions to the royals, they went on to become a trainer in the regal armies, training zounds of students in the art of hiding in shadows and sticking people with the pointy end. Though, to be fair, it was mostly so you could steal everything not nailed down in the castle, and Tytoran hated every moment of it. And you see, when the time came, the Monsignor called for you and asked you to take on a role, even as an excommunicant, perhaps even because of your existence beyond the bounds of your faith, and as an emissary between faiths, something that intrigued the smart ourself, a role that brought a lot of peace between otherwise tense doctrines and was gladly served for the rest of their days.
Yeah, you see what like
You really thought everything out.
Yeah, he actually feels basically everything on my character sheet.
Second, actually.
An elf's days are meant, sometimes so are a tiefling's. Gwyn was the first. They went peacefully, surrounded by friends and family, lots of those wolves they loved so much. You see, you saw them off, as did you, Marin. There with them, all of you together, to the end. The day eventually came to for Marin. Marin didn't have much in the way of family, but they had you see. The only family they ever needed. Friends, though as abrasive as they could be at times, they were rich in friends. Far more than the shinies they coveted. You see, you saw them up, there with them, all of you together, to the end. A millennia passed. You witnessed the rise of new nations, new wonders birthed to the world. All days must someday see a sunset. So when you felt the time approach, you took a journey with the help of your ageless friend Oriane, and despite your old age, you made your way into the heart of the Palace of Souls, ready for the goddess to call you home. You laid out the keepsakes of your friends, your true family, and entered a prayer state, meditating on the joys of your life. And you opened your eyes, saw serene stretched out before you. Perhaps it was thanks from the goddess Helene, whom you served, and the goddess Goulet, whose temple you cleared of the cardinals. But you stand upon the shore, and there, waiting for you, a human fighter, a tiefling rogue, and a halfling bard, keeping their promise from centuries before of seeing you at the end. All of you together, beyond the end.
Wonderful, sweetie.
Yeah, you shredded my emotions. And here I thought that tomorrow would have me crying the most this week.
Gigi?
Gee! After all of that, you top it up with G.
Give me a break. I've basically been fancy talking for 6 hours straight. Then I'll have some stupid abbreviations.
That was 6 hours?
Woo! You guys are due to be married in 8 hours. Nice be going.
No, it's okay. You two can stay here tonight. have your clothes here anyway.
That's probably for the best. I mean, never catch a mad cat at this hour.
Only if you're sure for me.
Oh,
We would impose.
we're absolutely sure. We kind of figured this would run late. Besides, the beds are made anyway.
You best rush to bed then, so don't want to look rough on the dance floor.
Well, I finally get to see you tats.
Depends on what the band is playing.
Good night, Mom. Charlie.
Not
Good
bad.
night, baby. All of us together beyond the ends. I like that.
One adventure ends, another begins.